War Chief, we've been trudging through this wasteland for a week with nothing to fight but centaurs and pigmen. We need real enemies to test our mettle.
Yes, boredom and the beating sun have put us all on edge. But we must push on. All will be made clear once we meet the Oracle.
As you say, War Chief. Look, it's the Warsong clan. They're battling humans.
What? Loktar warriors! Hellscream needs help!
Wretched orcs, how dare you follow us to this land?
Save your breath, human. You needed to scream when I start tearing off your limbs.
Yeah, sorry, didn't want to talk through the cutscene there, Rick. Hi, by the way. No, I didn't note where I left off, simply because, unlike in Warcraft 2, I'm not saving so much in this game. Because it's not that difficult that it warrants it. Also, Vic, I didn't get your message or notification of your message on Monday, so link me the channel so I can just get a notification directly from Twitch that you're streaming, so I can watch along.
How did these humans get here anyway? Same way we did, little brother. Apparently, a frail girl named Proudmoore leads them. Her forces have cordoned off the pass that leads to the north. Well, we must make it through the pass despite her. I'll send our hunters to scout the area while we establish a base. Until then, the humans are not to be touched. Whatever you say, War Chief. The War Chief.
Well, on Saturdays I can definitely watch on Saturdays. During the week it's kind of hectic for me because among other things I'm doing commissions of artwork and stuff. Which is another thing I was considering, that my third stream of the week when I actually started wouldn't be a gaming stream, but actually I would do my art on stream and just play chill music. I think that's a kind of a cool idea, but I haven't really made a decision yet. I'm still trying to pick a slot for the third stream because of how things are happening. I'm working 10-hour shifts now, so on Wednesdays it's kind of a pain because I essentially have an hour free before the stream starts, and then I'm jumping right into the stream. But on the weekends I'm mostly free, so on weekends it works best and it's easy for me to catch those. Of course you can stream whenever you want, but I'll be watching VODs when I can't catch it. Oh, no, I need one of these.
Happy to.
Well, it is. Actually my primary hobby is art. Gaming is actually my secondary hobby, but these days I do more gaming than art. Among other things, I did the art design for the monsters in the Red Solstice video game, if you ever seen that. My art is online. It's Soulbreak and Divine Art. I'm just gonna link you that in the chat. That'll be the easiest. So I'm just gonna alt tab there for a moment, and that's gonna mess you folks up. Of course, I'm not logged in for some reason, because probably... Oh yes, so I do have an account on DeviantArt, so I'm just gonna give you that link. That's gonna be the easiest way to actually see what I do. It's mostly fantasy art, that's what I specialize in. But I do all kinds of stuff. I do also children illustrations. I'm actually in the middle of a commission which is... illustrating a children's book for a friend of mine from work. He is doing a little children's book for his daughter, so I'm doing the illustrations for it. And in the past, I worked as... my profession is... even though I work in customer service, but I have a degree in graphic design, and I've done all kinds of artwork for all kinds of stuff. I did wine labels, I did posters, I did large banners,
Multiple human encampments nearby.
all kinds of stuff.
There'll also be a goblin laboratory protected by a base to the north.
Interesting. If we can reach the goblins without incident, we can hire their zeppelins to fly us above the pass.
Okay, so
Ready to work.
this mission is very simple. There are I think 3 or 4 human bases around, and I'm gonna time my attacks with the Warsong clan, which is attacking as we speak, but I'm gonna let them get slaughtered this time around because I don't care.
Yes. Be happy to.
Right now I need to get my economy running.
Can wait no longer. The humans must be slaughtered! War Chief, the Warsong clan is attacking the humans despite your orders!
Damn it! There's nothing to do now but fight. Tighten our defenses. I'll deal with Hellscream later.
Yeah, so how the Warsong AI is set up is he will make up a warband and then he will attack one of the bases. And if you combine your attack with his, you essentially become an overwhelming force and they just can't defend against that. They will attack you and only you, but not that often. You can avoid all of that completely and just go for this, but it's better to just clean up the bases because you have to go through at least one of them anyway. One of the bases is actually mandatory because you have to go through it to get to the lab up here.
What do you want?
You
I
go
can do that.
shopping. So
Our
I don't
town
need
is
that
under
many.
attack! Spirits are restless. Yes, Chieftain! I am the War Chief. Ready to work. Let's get on.
As I said, the enemy will only attack you and only you.
Work, work. My life for the Horde.
Primary. Stuff up. Well, Vic, if you are really interested in doing art, when I was young, they would always tell me that you can't teach art. Well, you can teach imagination, but art, yeah, you can definitely learn to do that. It's essentially just a matter of practice. Nobody can substitute imagination, so thinking up of stuff to actually paint or draw or whatever, yeah, that can be difficult. My greatest asset isn't the quality of my drawing, but just the amount of stuff I can think up. But if you want to do art, you can. As in, seriously, you can learn how to draw. You can. It's not something that. It's not a mystical art form. You can do it. I need another burrow. I will also need an altar.
Just for swords, let's get on.
Research complete.
There he goes. He's attacking a second base now.
The The spirits are restless.
War Chief, the Warsong clan is attacking another human encampment.
Perhaps this is our destiny. To go on fighting the humans forever. Let's get on with it.
Research complete. Our allies' hero has been slain. Work complete. Yes.
Okay, we got enough to build up units.
Something need doing?
Altar. We probably won't need it, but still want to build it. It's probably necessary for the 3rd level of the main structure. I managed to dig up a really old strategy game, 2 really old strategy games that I would also like to stream at some point. But I'm not really sure how to go about it, so I'm thinking about it. One of them is called Machines, and the other one is Metal Fatigue. Metal Fatigue is really interesting. It's a strategy in which you are able to build underground, on the ground, and in the air, as in there are 3 areas where you can build on, but the game is very slow, which is kind of annoying, because otherwise the game is actually kind of cool. And you build combats, which are essentially robots. And essentially they are just robots.
Work complete. What do you want?
There's also the Dark Rain. Vic, you really can't go wrong with any of the drawing basics. If you just Google the basics of drawing or the basics of illustration, it will give you the basic techniques, and after that it's all just practice. And even without that, the way that I learned how to draw, and well, it was simple for me because it's something I always enjoyed doing, so I was just doing it naturally. But the way that I did it is I essentially just looked at something that I really enjoyed and then tried to copy it and try to not to trace it, but copy it, so to match what I'm drawing to look like what I'm looking at. And over time I just naturally got better at it.
Something need doing? I can do that.
And it is essentially you just find a book on the basics of drawing or the basics of illustration, and you just start. You start whichever way it works best for you, and you stick with it. Now, it is noteworthy that it will take you a while to grasp it. Especially if it's not something that you've been naturally doing, because it won't be a natural thing for you. But once you start getting the hang of it, it will snowball. But it has to be something that you really enjoy doing, that you actually have an interest in pursuing, because if you don't have a natural aptitude for drawing, as in if it's not something that you have naturally been doing all of your life and enjoy doing, then it is like any other skill. It takes a lot of effort to learn it. But it can be done, and it's really not one of the more difficult things in life, but it is one of the more difficult things to perceive, just because of what drawing is, because you have to put yourself in a position where you're creating something that doesn't exist, but you're making it.
Work complete. Huh? I can do that.
I'm gonna research this because I'm gonna need it later. There are some harpies later down in the level. A lot of people like to say that you need to have talent to do art. You don't. Talent helps. Talent helps a lot. And I obviously had some talent, so it was easier for me. But even if you don't have natural talent, you can learn to do art. If you think about it like this, most of the people who are, I'm not gonna say most, but
My life
many,
for the Horde.
many of the people who are
No god.
doing art restoration, they're not artists in on themselves. They simply like to do art, but not as an art, but more like as a mechanical, more like as a mechanical form rather than an art form. So they enjoy
Yes.
the mechanical process of doing art. That's why they go into painting restorations and things like that.
Our allies' hero has been slain.
Dabu. Yes. Dabu.
For honor.
Dabu.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait for
Yes.
the Warsong clan to just launch the next attack. It's kind of silly to just attack now that everybody else has died. I mean, I could just finish these guys off. Neither of these bases is particularly tough, but it helps when you have some friend.
I am the war chief.
Did I get all the upgrades? Yes, I did. Oh,
Look, regard, Dabu. I am the war chief. Vengeance comes soon. Let's get on with it. For honor.
there is my wife likes to watch all of these restoration videos, especially art restoration. I enjoy them myself, I have to admit. And I was watching on YouTube this art restorer guy, and he has this completely mechanical approach towards restoration of old paintings. And he made a comment while he was doing it that he always has to keep in mind that when he's restoring paintings and when he needs to retouch the paint and or part of the painting which has been worn off or damaged, that he must remind himself that he isn't there to do painting, he is there to do restoring, so he can't let his imagination flow and just paint as he would. He needs to match the brush stroke of the artist who made the painting originally and focus simply on restoring what has been lost. And that's one way of looking at it. Art is something that can be approached from a purely trained and mechanical approach, as in you can learn to do. I think Bob Ross is the perfect proof of that, because he's very famous for his approach to painting. He would make tutorial videos that we all still look, and none of them are masterclass. They're essentially how to do things in a simpler way so that you learn how to do it, and then you use that as a basis to go further. And I was so into talking about art, I didn't even notice that the Warsong clan actually did go out and attack another base. So that's kind of a fail on me. I'm sorry, Warsong clan, I was not paying attention there, and now you got obliterated. I'm very sorry about that. Oh, poor Warsong clan. Oh, there's more guys there, so let's just attack them. Okay, so I think I lost 2 units. Let's build you and you. Now, the Wolf Riders are useful attacking buildings because they deal siege damage. I don't know how and why have you survived, but apparently you... What are you doing?
Ready to ride.
Ah, he's using the Windwalker.
We're under attack.
Okay, something's coming that way.
The spirits are restless.
Okay, I'm gonna pay attention this time.
Hero has been slain.
I'm gonna pay attention this time, so we're gonna attack with the Warsong clan. He already has most of the troops he needs to proceed. He just needs to get revived now. Silly Grom. Wish I had shamans now so I can heal my units.
Let's get on with it. The spirits are restless.
Lost a unit there, so we're gonna replace him.
Look regard, oh God. I am the watch. Need something? The spirits are restless.
Wish I knew how long it takes for. Ah, there it goes.
I am the watch.
My life for the Horde.
Get moving. Thing is, he's gonna run out of gold soon. And the AI isn't equipped to deal with that problem. So it's not like Warcraft 2, unfortunately. Or not so unfortunate. So there are 4 bases. I thought there were 3. That's okay. Okay, Warsong clan, I'm ready for you. Let's go. You're so eager to fight your whole... Oh, so these are the guard units. Okay, so these are not leaving the base. There he goes.
Yes. For honor.
Which one are you going for? The white one, I'm guessing.
Yes. Dabu.
Nope. It's
Yes.
not the... Oh, you're going... The last one he attacked was the green one, I think. Ah. Okay. Have to get rid of these guys first.
Dabu.
Got a lot of damage from that. It's okay.
Dabu. For honor. The spirits are restless. Dabu. I am the one. Yes.
Our town is under attack.
Of course the town is attacked now that I'm doing this, but I have 2 towers there, so it should be fine. But I'll make a couple of units just in case.
We're under attack.
The spirits are restless. Look regard, O God.
Our town is under attack. My life for the Horde. We're under attack. We're under attack. My life for the Horde.
Let's get on with it.
Okay, this base is done.
We're under attack.
Why? I am
Ready to ride.
one base taken care of. Let's
Yes.
reinforce ourselves a bit because there will be more attacks.
Work, work.
Look, regard,
I have one guy surviving here actually. Also I have pillage, so I'm getting money from every single strike. Also now I have a position where I can build a second gold mine.
My life for the Horde.
And I'm gonna use one of you guys. That particular task.
What you want? Work complete. Huh?
let's get on with it.
We're under attack!
Ah, there. That was a bad timing.
No regard.
Ready to work.
Oh, more attacks.
My life. We're under attack! Yes. I can do it. Okey-dokey. Something need doing?
I am the war chief.
Not gonna put any force into that particular attack.
Double.
There's no point. Gonna get some forces together and then attack again. Really, no, you.
What do you want?
Attack has been taken care of, so let's get the second guy up here. Second attempt. He's actually doing better than I thought he would, but that's because the Blade Master is a very efficient hero. And the humans are just so weak.
Our allies hero has been slain. Work complete. Something need doing? Okey-dokey. Work.
Let's get on with
Yes, chieftain.
it. Look regard, oh God.
I think the blue base is the next one to suffer.
The spirits are restless. I am the war chief.
Oh,
Look regard. For honor.
now let's hope that these guys don't get attacked on the way back. It can always happen.
The spirits are restless.
What else left to research? We just need to get rid of everybody. He is ready, so we're just waiting for his army to be ready.
Look
This is a much
regard,
more
oh
efficient
God.
tactic on hard because all the AIs get more aggressive. mean, it's harder for you, but also it affects Grom, and his AI is more aggressive. So in that regard, it's better. Come on, Grom. Is your army ready? Also, this is the only base you actually have to destroy. You can just go up from here. He has around 5,000, but he doesn't have exactly an optimal collection. Or he does, he has 5 peons collecting. There's around 5,000 gold left. Which would be very little in Warcraft 2, but in this game is actually plenty. Because all the units cost only a third of the cost from the units of Warcraft 2.
Let's get on.
Ah, come on. Catapult.
No regard.
Both of them. No, only one of the catapults went. Oh.
I am the war chief.
Come on, Grom, are you ready? You have your little army here, so let's go. I think he's he's on the move.
Yes. For
Work
honor.
complete.
Perfect, and we can now build a larger army.
The spirits are restless.
You're going for the light blue one, aren't you?
For
Yeah.
honor.
Ready to work.
The light blue one is about to get smeared.
Yes. For honor.
Ready to work.
I am. Let's go. The spirits are restless.
Yes. No call.
I am.
What do you want?
Overwhelming force. Oh yeah, I think you're correct about that. Yeah, they do. They only use 1 gold at a time. How much gold do they have? Plenty. It doesn't seem to be increasing though. They all, yeah, but they're also collecting only 1 gold at a time. I don't know how their units are priced.
I am.
Also, something that I keep forgetting about, you can line up targets for attacks, which is especially useful for siege units. You just give them a row of units to attack, and they should have attacked them in order. It's possible that it's just for show. The thing is, Warcraft 2, because of the way it was designed, actually had a proper working economy, but this game not so much. It's mostly scripting, so they probably did have to alter a few things in order to make the scripting work properly.
Yes.
Our town is under attack.
Oh, I was mistaken. The AI will not ignore my new base. Let it be a roll.
No regard, no call.
We're under attack! Our town is under attack! For honor. We're under attack! Our town is under attack!
The spirits are restless.
Oh. And of course, while I was there, got attacked by another guy. Although he changed direction, so I'm guessing he's going here to attack
For
now.
honor. Dabu. Yes. I am the war chief. Ready to work.
No, what's this and you?
The spirits are restless.
Oh, they're going back to base. I think green base is the next one that will be suffering. As soon as the Warsong clan decides to move.
The spirits are restless. Vengeance for Surgeon.
Ready to ride!
And they have just decided to move. I'm not sure. I know for a fact that in some Blizzard games the AI does cheat,
For
but
honor.
in Warcraft 2 the economy worked.
Yes.
But we've seen that from our own playthrough that we did not so long ago, because you could starve them for money.
Yes.
So it
Dabu.
might be that it's from Warcraft 3 onwards,
For honor.
in order that it doesn't lock, so it doesn't soft lock you, that you can always progress. It's a possibility. StarCraft 1 also, although I don't remember it, I've never gotten a position in StarCraft 1 where I was soft locked.
For honor.
But resources are not exactly a problem in StarCraft 1. There's plenty of resources in StarCraft 1. On every map.
Let's get on. Dabu.
Look, Naro!
The spirits are restless.
None will survive! For Doomhammer! We're under attack!
Dabu.
Your time has come!
the white base. The major difference between older Blizzard games and newer Blizzard games, specifically when it comes to real-time strategies, so Warcraft and StarCraft series, is that in Warcraft 1 and 2 and StarCraft 1 and Brood War,
For honor.
the AI was set up as just like a multiplayer AI, so they had certain limitations and they had certain scripting happening so that the AI would behave in a specific way, as in only build specific units or only using specific tactics. One of the most annoying ones for me was one of the Terran tactics was spamming nuclear bombs. That was particularly annoying. But the economy worked exactly the same way, so you could sabotage them, you could actually do raiding parties against their collecting units to slow them down, or what would also be a very useful and very almost crucial tactic, especially in Brood War, is something that we were doing in Warcraft 2 as well, and that's to attack as early as possible before they get their upgrades in. DVD, nothing wrong. Yeah, I kind of sort of agree with that, to be honest. Oh, I actually ran out of some minutes.
Let's go.
Build up anti-air units because the enemies that remain are harpies. That's pretty much it. All of the enemy bases have been destroyed. Now I just need to prep my army to march up here.
We're under attack!
I am the war chief. No regard.
Need something? Work complete.
You're talking about the Confederacy, aren't you? Hello, the Knight. Knight of Ebonblade? sure how to pronounce that, but welcome.
I am.
And yeah, I love this game too, even though I still love Warcraft 2 more just because it's more difficult, even though the difficulty was sometimes driving me insane.
Our gold mine has collapsed.
Warcraft 3 is wonderful from a story perspective, but it's just too easy. I should have played it on hard. I don't really enjoy playing games on hard all that much, unless there's something to unlock from it, but this is one of the games that I should have just played on hard. And I started on normal, so I'm gonna continue on normal, because I'm a pussy. Will be...
The spirits are restless.
Oh, I left one.
Let's get on with it. None will survive.
That's it.
Dabu.
Enemy presence eliminated. Just gonna wait for the reinforcements to be completed and we go up.
Ready to ride.
Well, yeah, but the Confederacy, I mean, the Confederacy, specifically the Human Confederacy in StarCraft, was a horrible thing. I left some buildings alive, didn't I? Yeah, I did. But you have to keep... Most of the people living in that sector were just human colonists who didn't really do anything. They were just farmers, so to say that the whole sector deserved to burn, I wouldn't necessarily say so. But yeah, at the end of it, it will... I will also defend the Protoss, because Protoss have been fighting off the Zerg for millennia, and then humans came along and just messed everything up.
The spirits are restless.
Protoss have just a very no-nonsense policy.
Dabu.
It's like, okay, these guys are a threat, we need to get rid of them right now, or they will be the death of all of us, just burn the planet. Yeah, it's cruel, it's over the top, but it's absolutely necessary when you consider something like the Zerg. Also, I'm not kind of fond of how in the end the Zerg turned out to be the good guys.
Yes.
In the end. Like how they were necessary to prevent the ancient evil. And that was just silly. Not a fan of that. I preferred Zerg when they were just pure, unadulterated Scourge. They were more Scourge than the Scourge. Also, I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. Which is why I'm losing so many units.
Dabu. Let's get on.
Okay, now I need to rebuild my units. Well, rebuild my forces anyway. Raiders are just weak. Well, it is something that I've claimed ever since StarCraft 2 came along. Now, don't get me wrong, I love StarCraft from a gameplay perspective. It is a very nice game to play, and I enjoy it a lot. But mechanically and story-wise, StarCraft 2 is a completely recycled Warcraft 3. Think about it. You have 3 races. Well, you have 4 in Warcraft 3, but mechanically it's the same way. You have one race which has buildings that can move, and you have one race which can only build buildings on a specific type of terrain that they generate themselves.
Ready to ride.
And you have one race that just stealths around. It's they just recycled everything from Warcraft 3 and turned it into a StarCraft game. And everything that came in StarCraft 2 was mostly recycled even from the first StarCraft. You have very little new units in StarCraft 2. It's mostly recycled units from 1. If you take a comparison for the same game between Warcraft 1, 2 and 3, there was a bunch of new units added. Where you look at the Orc army, the only unit that's left here from the original Warcraft is the Orc Grunt. Every single unit apart from that is a new unit. Hello Dratico, no, this is not Reforged, this is the original. I will not be playing Reforged. Reforged was just a mess.
Let's get on.
And I managed to get the original game running. I'm running it off a CD. I'm running it off a CD, which is how I was able to even get the original to run. Because if you try to run Warcraft 3 from Battle.net, it will just force you to upgrade and pay for upgrade to Reforged. So I'm not doing that. That's a complete and utter crap move. Yeah, unfortunately the disc copies, my copy is ancient. The only places where you can still get copies are either on eBay or used from somebody. If not, then you're unfortunately out of luck, and I don't remember Harpies being this difficult. Well, I'm just not using the items properly. That's my problem there. Circle of Nobility, we'll pick that up.
For honor.
I laugh in the face of danger!
There we go, mission accomplished.
Full speed ahead!
Thanks, Knight. A big hugs to all of Iran then as well, thank you. So Tratico, it is the only way you can get Warcraft 3 these days is if you buy it off of Battle.net, but the only version that is available on Battle.net is Reforged. Even if you have an original Warcraft 3 that you purchased from Battle.net, you won't be able to play the original. The game will essentially boot up and it'll ask you to upgrade to Reforged. There's no avoiding it, you can't select not to, at least I didn't find a way. And it asks you to pay for that upgrade.
With these, we can reach Stone Talon Peak by morning.
A true warrior would simply take the pass from the humans.
Have you lost what's left of your mind, Grom? I gave you a direct order to leave the humans alone. What the hell is wrong with you?
Don't lecture me, pup. The wretches deserved death. Don't you feel it, Thrall? It's like the old days, like the demons are near.
I don't know what's come over you and your men, but this bloodlust is a liability that I can't afford.
I'm sorry, Thrall. You're right. I can handle it.
I can't take that chance, Grom. Take your clan into the northern forest and build us a settlement. I'll come and find you after we've reached the Oracle.
Sorry, I don't talk through the cutscenes. Tratico, my favorite 3 RTSs, if you talk individual titles, it's difficult to say. It would be Warcraft 2, Command & Conquer. I would say either the Tiberian Dawn or the Tiberian Wars. Probably Tiberian Wars just because of the gameplay. And Total Annihilation. Those would be my 3 favorites as far as real-time strategies go.